I was opening up untapped.gg and I saw mono red aggro and all the aggro decks. They're just surging in popularity. And then I saw the deck that was winning the most. It was mono white Lifegain. That's right. It's time for the return of the Queen. Welcome to the Attic. Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena, what's fun is beating all these aggro decks with, you know, the most Timmy Lifegain deck you could possibly imagine. We've got Healer's Hawk. We've got Hinterland Sanctifier. We've got some Leonin Vanguards. We've got the Ruin Lurker Bat. We've got Ajani's Pridemate. We've got Essence Channeler. Of course, if you're in white, you have to have 4 of Shelter by Ghosts. I saw a deck list that had 2. I was like, what? No, we're not playing that. 4 of Linden. This deck, oh, by the way, this I like sorted Platinum to Mythic. This is the deck, the mono white Lifegain deck that was winning the most here. Leyline of Hope. A little refresher on this one. If it's in your opening hand, you can put it onto the battlefield, like all the ley lines. And if you would gain life, you gain that much life +1 instead. And then as long as you have 7 or more life, then your starting total creatures you control get +2/+2. So this is our basic win condition. Land a Linden, attack with all these little guys, gain a ton of life. The little guys become big guys. We can Knight Errant of Eos to find more guys, but mostly we're just trying to win, probably in the air mostly, with Ruin Lurker Bat and Healer's Hawk. Or just gain so much life that the red mages go, forget about it. All right, let's see it in action.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called Manadad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
Okay, I'm telling aggro to suck it. Again, another one-lander. But this time we have 3 guys to play. I'm going to keep it. 1 land, 1 keep.
Yeah, well, sometimes nothing can be a real cool hand.
Okay, here's our nemesis. Mono red. Oh, that's nice. Do we go with the Pridemate here, or do we just go with? Yeah, let's just go crazy wide here. Claw. Take out 1 bat. That's, I don't know. We're just going to make us lose 3 life, but we're going to be able to gain 6 life and also make a better big cat. Up to 24. The Pridemate, a 5/5. I'm inclined to block the Swift Spear because even if they throw a ton of ammo at the Pridemate, I'll just play another one the next turn. This is a tough position for mono red here. Can definitely keep the pressure on. And they had Witch Doctor Frenzy. Good for them. Do they have anything? Are they just going to buff the Hired Claw? Yes. Took them a bit of time to figure that out. I don't think that was like the craziest. Let's see how many Witch Doctor Frenzies they have. Gain another 6 life. Take another 5/5. Make it hard over here. Okay, so they must have another Witch Stalker Frenzy, or they're just planning to use some other spell with the Pridemate. Still going to try to trade with the Swift Spear. We're down to 17. Whopping 17. I can send one of these guys in and then just Knight Errant. I think I want to do that. Oh, we only get 1 hit. Seems kind of unlikely the way the deck is built, but there you go. If we can ever get to 27 life, they're in deep doo-doo. Screaming Nemesis. Okay, well that is... that is what they need to fight us. We basically can't attack as long as it's untapped. We can't attack on the ground. And, yeah, they're going to come in with the Hired Claw? Really? Really want to deal that damage? Don't want to tap like that though. I want to tap like this. Get 2 more air creatures. Another 4 life. Over to you, opponent. Liam Bonden. Bonden over how hard it is to win against White Lifegain. They're probably actually playing this correct by not attacking with the Screaming Nemesis. You would expect Mono Red to just turn all their creatures to the side. But, it's more efficient, I guess. We're gonna have to choose that every time. This keeps us back. Okay, that's 1,000,001. Now these guys are 5/5s. And they scoop it finally. Good game. We're working on a different mono white deck that's like a wins with so it's like a control deck, but it wins with the what's that called? The one that makes the 2/2 cats. It's like a landfall mono white deck. 1 land, no keep. This is like a mulligan anyway, having 2 Lindens. Okay, we could keep this. We just ditch a land? We actually supposed to ditch the Leyline. Probably supposed to ditch the Leyline. I don't know. I haven't played this deck enough. It's kind of our win condition. Okay, we got a Novice Inspector. Well, see. Might ditch the land. Still a bit far from the Knight Errant, but maybe we'll hit a creature. No blocks. Is this going to be some kind of mirror match-ish? Okay. Another Knight Errant. Gain 2 life and just end the turn. I don't think it's worth Sheltered by Ghosting here. With reinforcements, so... Are they mono white Convoke, or are they just... They look like they're mono white. Says for 3. See if we can gain life fast enough. I mean, I can Sheltered by Ghost their token. Why they left mana up? They'd probably just have another Resolute Reinforcements. We're kind of going to win this race. I don't see... I hate to waste mana, but I don't see a good use of this yet. I'm going to save it back. Pop the clue, okay. They just had nothing to do on turn 3. Kind of weird. Okay, they Ghost us, which does mess up our chances of getting Knight Errant here. Or are they going to Ghost the Leyline? Okay. Interesting. They're thinking ahead. If we get a mana, we can Ghost theirs. We did not get a mana. However... I don't like how it paused there. Don't think I care about the Novice Inspector. Well, I can't care about the Novice Inspector because it has Ward 2. So we'll just shelter their shelter. That should be hard for them to hit the Healer's Hawk with 2 mana. Not as concerned. Alright, if our 2 guys can survive, we can Knight Errant and we can start refilling our hand here. Feather of Flight, okay. Kind of battling back and forth, 18 to 19. Optimistic Scavenger. Like they may shelter our shelter. Then they can shelter the Leyline. Parzival, yep, and another shelter. Well, this format has really become who draws the most Sheltered by Ghosts, hasn't it? Are they just going to shelter the Leyline of Hope? If so, I don't know why they are in Platinum. Could definitely have sheltered way more than we had there. See what we draw. Pridemate is interesting. I think I'd rather have a 4/4. Would I rather? I could make this a 4/4 and gain some life, so maybe that's better. Again, they seem to have some kind of instant speed effect here. I think if we get to the late game, though, we win between the Leylines of Hope and the Knight Errant of Eos. See if this Pridemate shuts down some attacks. Are aggressive. Ooh, and a Linden. Should grow the Pridemate nice and chunky. wonder if it's worth splashing red in here just to have Burn Together to throw a Pridemate in somebody's face and have that as another win condition. Okay, we're back up to 18 with an 8/8 Pridemate. And we had Resolute Reinforcements, sure. Continue to fly in. You know, that would block. I mean, it'd even be worth trading here for the Hero's Hawk, I think. Okay. Okay, scooped it up. I was considering whether to attack with Linden there. Let's just, before we move on to the next game, let's just talk this out. I was thinking I would attack with Linden there. I did just calculate. I think maybe they would have blocked, so maybe I don't attack with Linden. So leave back Linden, Pridemate, and I'd have the Vanguard. These guys get through, and then we Knight Errant of Eos, we fill our hand, and then I think we probably win, unless they draw 3 Knight Errant of Eoses. I think 2 Knight Errant of Eoses in a row, and we probably win that. I don't know. Pretty good, though. Pretty good show. Mono White Life Gain. Making a meta call here. Not going first. As you do. James Cell. Heard of incels and word cells. I've never heard of a James Cell. Not like a person who's just celibate on account of reading too much Henry James. James Cell. I was a real Lothario, and then I read The Golden Bowl. And forget about it. Is that a Henry James book? I don't know. I never really studied Henry James. James heads out there. What are the Jameses we got? James Joyce. There are definite James Cells around. See that? Opponent, are you even here? You realize you've got me riffing on James Joyce now.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Maybe they were saying they're the fan of James L. Brooks. So they started writing James L. Brooks, and then they were like, nah, I'm going to be cool. I'm just going to shorten it to James L. Maybe that's the deal.
You know what a hurry we're in!
Salty didn't like it much.
I do not suppose you could have split things up.
Salty?
Do it! Salty. I am only waiting around to kill you.
It came back. Now I don't have to make my jam easel joke. What we got? Was it bats? Black-white bats? Double Caves of Koilos. I don't care about losing life. Oh. I'll go for the Essence Channeler, why not? Nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Could be black and white removal tribal. We'll get the Linden down because they can. Oh, they do have life gain. I bet they're bats. I bet they're bats. Batless bats, I call them. Linden survives. We get a Knight Errant. If not, could be just going to control deck. They're certainly slow. They're going to be a Sorin loser. I'll show myself out. Okay, well, this is the disadvantage of having so many Lins in a deck. Linda never really did that much last time she was in Standard, as I recall. I think we also had Ajani's Pridemate. But, you know, the Eldraine Standard was just too strong. My Eldraine Lindens. James L. Gonna know where to run. Gonna get lost. Okay, well, actually map tokens are not terrible. Caves of Koilos. Okay, they're up to 4 mana. Temporary lockdown. If you want to spend your temporary lockdown to remove one creature, by all means. They do probably have more removal. They look like they're just black-white all removal deck. So our best hope is just to get them to run out of removal. Yes, Knight Errant of Eos. Help me, Knight Errant of Eos. You're my only hope. Okay, so we can convoke for 3. I'm not even going to attack with Linden here. Just want to refill my hand. Because they probably have a board wipe. Got 2 different Pridemates. Look at that. Which art do we like the best? Classic Blood Spark. The temporary lockdown will only kill our 2 smallest creatures. They do indeed have a temporary lockdown. I swear I started that sentence before I saw another Linden. What? I don't think I dare play out everything else. They're down to 8. Look at how many board wipes they've shown us. Wow, okay. Finally got there. That game should not have taken that long. Playing Lady Linden. Up against Bojangarangaman. Doctor prescribed you Bojangarangaman. Is your tambourine man? Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, write a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I come flying here. Right? Gremlin Tamer. Name of those gremlins. We'd rather get rid of that Gremlin Tamer before it pops off. Considering it looks like we're going to have to win on the ground in this game. Scavenger. So they've definitely drawn. Looking like they want to get their tamer back. Fair enough, fair enough. Send in Vanguard. No block. Maybe I should have held back the land. I think I had a trick, but then I would have tapped out anyways. They're sheltering by ghosts. Us! That's not nice. We definitely need a ley line off the top here. Not a ley line. Ouch. Take it, no blocks. Wow. Sometimes the shuffler just doesn't want you to win. You know, every creature we draw is worth 3 life. They drew the Enduring Innocence later. Just attacking like this for fun. Alright. Fair enough. Oh. Guess I wasn't recording. You missed them duressing me having a handful full of all creatures, so they didn't do that. So yeah, turn 1 Sanctifier, turn 2 another Sanctifier, Leon and Vanguard. They just go for the original Sanctifier. Now they are Dreams of Steel and Oiling me. I think if you're them, you should take the Knight Errant. They seem to be thinking way too hard about that. Okay. They figured it out. Well, for Pridemate, out of the cutdown range, but there's a good chance in their 5 cards they have more removal. Go for the throat number 2. And, well, I guess if you have to pick a deck to draw multiple Lindens against, the all-removal deck. Good one. They do seem to be choked on mana. And then, of course, they draw their land. Slasher. Room for bat. If they want to trade it. Play another Linden. Get a Scry. Healer's Hawk. Is that okay, or do we try to go for something better than that? I think we can do better. I think Healer's Hawk wins us the game. Most likely we got the demon thing coming down, or another unstoppable slasher. My greatest fear. Children's Edict. Guess I'll lose the Vanguard. Hey, Essence Channeler. And 3 more instances of a life gain. With a formidable Channeler. How many counters? Oh, you have to lose life for it to get Flying and Vigilance. Okay. Interesting. Sure if there's a good way to lose life. Deep Cavern Bat. Where hand is empty. Oh, and we can shelter by ghosts here, and that might just do it. We take out the bat. Yeah. should be the ball game. These triggers ever finish resolving. Life gain, life gain, life gain. See if I get a sneeze here. Ugh. Apologies for anyone listening through headphones. Wow. Should have quit while I was ahead. I was like, should I play one more game? Well, if we draw nothing but action, otherwise we're in flood mode. It's gonna eat cut down, no stab. Okay. Don't see stab every day. How many of those we've got? And if we can ever actually connect and gain some life here, look out. Unholy Annex. Alright, here we go. Let the life gain begin. Let the replacement effects begin. Bloodletter of Aklazats. Ouchie. Wow, okay. I'll let them attack me with the bloodletter. Oof. Okay. Gonna make it harder for me to get my life total high enough. They've drained us down to 8. Thanks to that old bloodletter, you know. This guy is useless. Well, if you're wondering what happens when you get all your Ley Line of Hopes, here's your answer. Malicious Eclipse. They still drained me for 8. They oopsed. Yeah, you could have attacked first, opponent. Probably won? Possibly one after attacking. And an Ajani's Pridemate will not save me. So adios. Is white life gain a viable deck? Well, I would say yes, with the big caveat. I mean, look at this. 42% win rate. Only 33% on the play, 50% on the draw. If I had stopped right here after 5 games, like I sometimes do, or even after 8 games, I would have been fine. But I just couldn't leave well enough alone. I had a big string of losses. I wanted to end with a win, which I did against Mono Red. And obviously, went 2-0 against Mono Red. I think if the meta is as aggro as the untapped stats would have led me to believe, we would have had a lot more wins. But for whatever reason, we got matched up against blue-white control, and we got... Oh, sorry. Wasn't even going to record a video today. We got matched up against blue-white control. We hit domain. We only won 1 out of our 3 matches against the black discard decks. So, really not a great showing in this sample. But I do think it's a viable deck. If you like life gain, definitely this is a place to start. Maybe some tweaks here. I have seen some lists that don't have as many vanguards and maybe have a little more interaction or something. Maybe something else to do where we don't, or to deal with board wipes. Maybe that, what's that 3/3 guy? You can look at the opponent's hand and make something cost more. Something like that. Maybe it would make it a little bit more competitive. I don't know. Leave your comments. You tell me what you think would make it more competitive. And as I blow my nose, I will remind you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.